Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So the folks over at Beek contacted me and asked me if I would do a review on their set of 80 alcohol markers, and I said sure. So what I'm going to do with you all is open them up here. They come in this really nice travel bag, or just a bag that you can keep them in nicely in your craft room or craft area. And it's a zippered canvas bag with a handle on it. And so here they are. I see right off the bat they're not really in any particular order, so I am definitely going to have to take them all out and group them by color family. Which is not a big deal. I can do that while I'm swatching them. I do see, though, that they are, I don't know if you can see that very well. There is a, oh, maybe it just pops right out. Inside the case, there are holders for them. And you can see that they have individual slots for them to sit in. So that is actually really nice, rather than them just being all loosey-goosey inside the bag here. So there are 2 of these in this set. So I'm assuming they each hold 40 markers. And so what I am going to do is take one out and we'll look at it. Let's do this pretty ultramarine. So they have a nice feel to them. We have a fine tip with the grade band around it, so you can tell which end is which. And then they have the chisel tip, and we'll just look at them right now. So here is the fine tip, which is kind of like a bullet nib. And then we've got the chisel tip here. So what I'm going to do is I'll put it on fast forward, swatch all of these out so I can start to get, you know, a general feel for how they apply. Also, really quick, I do notice there's no blender pen, which is, for me, that's fine, but just some people may want to know if there's a blender pen in here, and I do not see one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and swatch them out on my swatch paper, kind of get a general feel for them, and see how the colors look, and group them by color family. And then we'll try them out on a color page. Also, I want to see how they work as a base layer for Prismacolor pencils for coloring in coloring books. So we will get started with the swatching. Okay, so I am back, and they went down pretty well, I'll have to say. They are definitely a budget brand, I would say, and you can even see on Amazon, they are very affordable, probably beginner level, but I was interested in them for doing, you know, base painting or underpainting underneath my pencils. So that's mostly what I was interested to try them out for. But here are the colors as they were swatched out. I messed up, of course, the very last one. I get to the last one, and I had skipped the second green gray and went to the next color, but oh well, it's just a swatch chart, right? So doesn't really matter. Anyway, so they have a fairly good range of colors. Some of the colors are really similar though, like this rose beige and this terracotta. They're almost identical. One is just a little bit pinker. What else can I say about them? I mean, this is, so what I printed this on is just basic Nina bright white cardstock. So, you know, it could be the paper too. It's not marker paper, it's just cardstock. I will have to try it on several different pieces of paper. But I'm just giving you my first impressions, kind of what I think initially about them. And I think they're a pretty good marker for, you know, just a budget level or beginner level. So yeah, the colors range are pretty good. I feel there could have maybe been some more purples. There's hardly any purple. You've got like 4 purples. I mean, they're calling this vivid purple and deep violet, but they're pretty on the pink side. So they could have maybe had another purple in there instead of all of these browns that are similar here. And some of the names really threw me off. Like they're calling this a pastel green, but it's kind of just a really pale yellow with maybe the barest hint of green. So yeah, and then barely beige and sand are pretty close in color, and so is this pastel yellow and lemon yellow. I mean, that does not look like a pastel yellow to me. So the names really threw me off. So when I was grouping them together and trying to arrange them to put down on my swatch chart, I had to use a scratch piece of paper and just scribble the color on a scratch piece of paper because I wanted to know, you know, from lightest to darkest within that color group. So it was a little challenging because the names don't go down like you would think that they would. So anyway, they don't correspond like you would think that they would. Yeah, so if you get these, I definitely encourage you to make a swatch chart so that you know what the color actually looks like on paper, because like I said, the names kind of throw you off a little bit. So yeah. Now, if you want to stick around, I am going to try them in a color book and maybe just try some Prismacolor pencil over the top of them. This book I love Selina Fenech or Fenech. And I've had this book for years and I've never colored in it. One thing I do like about these books is they have 2 copies of each page in them. So if you mess up, then you know you have a second copy. So I want to try to color her hair. And this particular page is called Autumn in Lace. So to me that says this is autumn. You've got the fall like leaves here. But right now I'm just going to work on her hair, and we're going to lay down. I would like her hair to be blonde. So we're going to lay down this cream color first, and then I'll see how the Prismacolors do over the top. I'll set this aside. All right. Oh, I need the other end. And I am going to turn on some more light here. It's a little dark. Sorry if you can hear my dog panting. She's right next to me, panting away, looking at me like she wants her dinner already, and it is not time. So I'm just going to basically not be too particular about how I'm laying this down, just to get it down. And I chose cream because I want it to be the, you know, correspond with the lightest color. But it's kind of got a gold tinge to it. So yes, and this is the Amazon Create Space paper, which isn't the best quality paper. And I had been meaning to try using alcohol markers with the Prismas over the top of it. And I thought, well, this would be the perfect time to do that. So I'll try these out here. Okay, so I picked out some pencils that I thought would work, kind of did a little mock-up here of the gradient. So I'm going to just try with my chocolate to go in the darkest areas. I'm just going to do one little section here, and I know that's not going to be like a full review of doing like a whole page with this technique, but I'm just kind of giving my initial thoughts and impressions. Plus we're on Create Space paper, so it's not the best quality paper, but this is something that I want to work on more, and so I'm trying to find a way that'll work. So far, they seem just fine. Okay, we'll just do that little section there, and we'll go in with the mid tone. Now this method, the method that I use for doing hair with Prismas is not like, it's kind of, you know, I use the flicking method, but I don't get super detailed. It's not gonna, it's kind of an in-between realistic hair and, I don't know, not so realistic hair, for lack of a better term, if that makes sense. Like, I'll do something like more realistic on like a PDF that is printed on really nice paper, where, you know, like a Maria Budek, or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right, Mariola Budek, that's it. You know, something like that I will do, really take more time. And also right now I'm just kind of trying to just do a little experimenting here, so I'm not getting super detailed on it. But so far, it is looking pretty good. Okay. Now I'm going in with Jasmine. Oh, this was Goldenrod, by the way, sorry. And Jasmine. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in. I probably should do another layer, but this is just kind of an experiment here. So we're going to have a little bit of that, what is it, cream? Yes, we're going to have a little bit of that cream poking through underneath, which is going to be our highlight. I think I should have gotten some more chocolate right here. But yeah, it's looking nice. So I think overall for a, you know, budget brand, kind of beginner level, and if you want to use it for base coloring, especially for like this Create Space paper, that's kind of what I have been trying to find ways that, oh, excuse that text there. I've been just trying to find ways that I can color in these books because the images are so gorgeous, and I do not want to print out, well, her hair is kind of looking more like a dark blonde, but that's all right. I don't want to print out every single page that I color on, you know, to expensive paper, and using the ink, and sometimes the ink that you have, like I've printed out before, and on paper, and then you're coloring over where the ink is, and the ink smears. It's just kind of a disaster. So I'm really trying to find ways to color on this Create Space paper. And I'm hoping that this will help with that. And so far, so good. Okay, so I also want to see how well the colors blend together. Now, I mentioned earlier that they did not come with a blender marker, which for me, that's fine. But I want to try doing a blend with the light, dark, and medium colors. Let's try turquoise blue. Let's see, where is it? Turquoise blue, turquoise green light, and let's see the dark color, peacock green. Where did that go? There it is. Okay, so let's just see. Now, like I said, this is just basic cardstock. It's not marker paper, so they might do better on marker paper, but I do not have any at the moment. So let's just try a basic gradient here. There's a light, the medium, and the dark. Okay. And then go over with the light color. You know, actually, they seem to blend pretty well, at least on this marker paper. Yeah. I'm kind of afraid to put any more on, but they look pretty good so far. And let's try this light. Yeah, the colors are very vibrant, and they seem to blend pretty well on this, just this plain cardstock. So, yeah, overall, I think these are a pretty good purchase. They're definitely affordable. But like I said, you know, beginner friendly. But yeah, they seem to work pretty good blending. So if you want to do some coloring with them on maybe some Hannah Lynn or something, they should work pretty good for that. And also for what I was looking for is the base for pencil coloring. So yeah, I would recommend them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a link to them on the Amazon site below, and then you can look them up and see if that's something that you would be interested in. And I'm going to continue working on this page. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a full video for the rest of this page, if you're interested. I would like to do more of this kind of work with the markers as a base for pencils. So let me know if you're interested in that in the comments below. All right, until next time, take care. Bye now.